going to want to avoid these neighborhoods if you're thinking of relocating to San Antonio, Texas. As we all know, every city has its good and its bad neighborhoods, right? And today we're going to discuss which neighborhoods you should be avoiding if you're thinking of relocating to San Antonio, Texas. Hey there, I'm Mark Gonzalez, your go-to guy for all things San Antonio living. With over 40 years as a local, I've definitely got the inside scoop. Plus, I'm a licensed real estate pro, so hit me up directly on my cell if you have any burning questions. Let me start by saying the most substantial investment individuals typically make in their lifetime is their home. So it's crucial to safeguard that investment and view it as a long-term asset. This involves choosing the right location with the potential for value appreciation and desirability, and this is what I'm here to help you discover today. So stay tuned, don't go away. All right, guys, let's dive into it. Coming in at number one on the list is downtown San Antonio area. Although I truly love the downtown San Antonio area and I visit it regularly for its food and entertainment, I wouldn't want to live anywhere near the downtown area for many different reasons. Number one is that the crime rate around the downtown area is one of the highest in all of San Antonio. And one of the biggest reasons for that is because of its tourist attractions. Anytime someone visits San Antonio, the one place they're most likely to visit is the downtown San Antonio area because it's very beautiful. And this is a huge attraction for scammers and criminals looking to make a quick buck. And this is one of the reasons why the crime rate in this area is so high. Also, the downtown San Antonio area has one of the highest homeless population rates in all of San Antonio. So you can definitely expect to be approached or see panhandling if you live near or around the downtown San Antonio area. Another huge reason why I consider this a bad location to live in is because 44% of the homes near the downtown area are either rentals or short-term rentals, meaning that you're most likely to be surrounded by homes that have a constant flow of traffic from different people, which means that these are going to be people that don't have pride in the home and probably only there for one reason, to party, right? Although I do agree that if you're looking for an awesome investment home, you should strongly consider purchasing a home in the San Antonio downtown area for short-term rentals. This area is an absolute gold mine and I would highly recommend it. And I help people all the time buy investment homes in this area and they are so happy with them. If this is something that you want more information about, just reach out directly to me on my cell. It should be popping up on the screen right now. Guys, we get phone calls all the time and we absolutely love it. We are the top relocation team here in the San Antonio area. Make sure to give us a call, even if you just have questions, no obligation at all. My number should be popping up on the bottom of the screen right now, and this is how you can get a hold of me. Coming in at number two on the list is the southeast side of San Antonio, a neighborhood with quite a few people who probably wish they didn't live there. Here in the southeast side of San Antonio, most of the residents live at or below poverty level, and you have about a 1 out of 20 chance of being a victim of a violent crime. Crime rates in this area are one of the highest in San Antonio, at 11%. That is a crazy crime rate for this area. The average income for this area is about $31,000 and the homes range anywhere from $75,000 up to about $140,000. The homes out here rate in the lower 10% for home resale values. You definitely don't want to buy a home to resell out here. You're gonna lose money. Want to play a bad joke on your friend? Tell him to meet you at a party here tonight in the southeast side of San Antonio and watch his reaction. Nah, you probably don't want to do that unless you really don't want to be his friend anymore. All jokes aside, a lot of these areas in this neighborhood in the southeast side of San Antonio are being bought up by investors and developers who are basically doing a complete tear down and rebuild, which is eventually going to bring home values back up to par with the rest of San Antonio. Honestly, I do see this area as up and coming, but it'll probably be many years down the road. They're definitely headed in the right path for resurrecting the entire area, but just not at the moment. I don't feel that it would be a ideal area to raise a family or even to live in, unless you absolutely have to. So if you're an investor looking to buy a cheap property for a long-term investment, this might be the right area for you. And if you want more information on this, reach out to me. My number should be popping up below. Coming in at number three on the list is Denver Heights. And Denver Heights isn't too far from the southeast part of San Antonio. So Denver Heights is one of those neighborhoods that will probably be fine, a fine neighborhood, maybe 10 years or so from now, because the area has a ton of investors and developers just dumping a bunch of money and rebuilding, revitalizing the entire area. But as of right now, you can't catch me walking out here in the middle of the night. Man, I don't even want to get off my car right now, but I'm going to show you guys what the area looks like, because it can be kind of deceiving. Denver Heights has the fourth highest crime rate in all of San Antonio, sitting at 331% higher crime rate than the average area in San Antonio, Texas. That is nuts. Denver Heights also has more than 4 times the national average of crime and topples the charts when it comes to violent crimes. This entire area is also flooded with a ton of registered sex offenders. You can literally find one at nearly every corner of this neighborhood. Check out the map of Denver Heights and its registered sex offenders locations. Crazy, right? I wouldn't want my kids walking around those streets day or night. Home prices out here range anywhere from about $200,000 all the way up to $500,000. The range is so broad because some of the homes out here are just like, sheds, and then some of them are homes that have been rebuilt by developers that are worth $500,000. Some of the Denver Heights areas that is closer to the downtown Alamo Dome and the Pearl Brewery does have high potential for Airbnb or short-term rentals because of its tourists, but definitely not ideal for living long-term or raising a family. And that's the darn truth. Home resale value in the Denver Heights is also not so great. I personally have had multiple listings in this area that just did not sell, even at way below market value. So I can tell you firsthand that if you care about your resale value and safety, this might not be the right area for you. On a side note, if you have a realtor that is trying to get you to move to the Denver Heights area, you better start looking for a new realtor. Or better yet, just give me a call. I'll take care of you. Although I will say the Denver Heights area it's a very strange neighborhood because, like I said earlier, there's a lot of developers rebuilding a lot of stuff out here. So you could literally be on one street that looks completely torn apart with homeless and prostitutes at every single corner, and you can literally go to the next street over. You'll think you're in a beautiful historic area or a brand new subdivision. It's crazy. So some of these streets can definitely be deceiving if you're not paying attention. Look, I'm not trying to destroy Denver Heights. I'm just stating the facts to help you make an educated decision on where you want your family to not to live. If you'd like more information on the other neighborhoods that surround Denver Heights, please reach out to me directly. I'd be more than happy to discuss them with you. So I'm going to show you guys a few examples of what some of the houses look like out here. We're on one street right now. These are some small little houses that look like they haven't had much work done to them. And then we have these developers building these little townhomes just like this. They're beautiful. They're really nice, actually. I wouldn't want to purchase one and live here, but they're great for short-term rental. They're literally these developers are buying up the entire street. As you can see over here next to me, all these little houses will probably be bought up soon. You see a lot of them already for sale. Come down the next street, you see houses like this. See people outside working on their cars, trash all over the streets. And then you see this again. Guys, we get phone calls all the time and we absolutely love it. We are the top relocation team in here in the San Antonio area. Make sure to give us a call, even if you just have questions, no obligation at all. My number should be popping up on the bottom of the screen right now, and this is how you can get a hold of me. And coming in last but not least is the Glands. The Glands is a large neighborhood located in the northeast corner of San Antonio. It's commonly referred to as the Glands because almost every street in this neighborhood ends with the word Glen on it. Here at the Glands, most of the residents live at or below poverty level, and you have about a 1 out of a 25 chance of being a victim of a violent crime each year, as crime rates are soaring as one of San Antonio's highest at 17%. The annual average income for this area is about $44,000, and the homes range anywhere from about $85,000 all the way up to about $140,000. The average sale price of a home here at the Glands is about $85,000 to $90,000. One of the big things is the homes out here rate in the lower 10% of home resale value. So just like Denver Heights, which I just spoke about, it's definitely not a good area to buy a home for resale. You'll probably end up losing money. Because of its location in the southwest corner of IH-35 and Loop 1604 intersection, the Glen is just a short commute from Randolph Air Force Base. And just a rule of thumb, I was in the military, so I know this is a fact. A rule of thumb. I think this is common no matter what city that you're in. You almost never want to live right outside of any military base. These are the areas that usually have the highest crime rates within the city, and I can tell you that that's a fact. If you live in this area, the school district you'll most likely be attending is Judson
Independent School District. The school district overall received an accountability rating of a B for 2022 through 2023 school year, but a larger number of schools in the district were rated way below the average compared to other schools in Texas. Judson Independent School District graduation rate is roughly about 85% as of 2023 and ranks 958 out of 1,198 school districts, which is on the bottom 50% of the state's average. Overall, the district does fall a little short, but if you have to live in this area, there's several private schools and charter schools which hold a much higher ranking just minutes away from the Glands. Let me tell you a little story. I remember back when I was younger, when I first got out of the Marine Corps, when I retired from the Marine Corps, one of the first jobs I had was I worked for AT&T. I was an installer. And I remember as an installer at AT&T, we were not allowed to go into this neighborhood after dark because the technicians were constantly being robbed and assaulted. And if we were going to be in this neighborhood, even during the day, we had to contact another technician so that we could go in as a team for safety. I don't know if it's still that bad, but I do remember that was one of the pet peeves for AT&T. We were not allowed to come into this neighborhood alone or after dark. But honestly, I kind of feel like over the last few years, I've noticed a big effort by the city and the residents to clean up the area. This has made a huge impact in reducing the crime rate. But honestly, I feel like they still have a long road ahead of them. To get where I feel it would be safe to raise a family or even for me to want to live in this area. So those are the 4 worst neighborhoods to avoid if you're thinking of relocating to San Antonio, Texas. Guys, we have so many people contacting us who are moving here to San Antonio, and we absolutely love it. Honestly, if you're thinking of relocating here to San Antonio, we can definitely make that transition so much easier on you. My name is Mark Gonzalez, top real estate agent here in San Antonio, Texas, and my personal cell phone number is popping up on the screen, and this is how you can get a hold of me. I'm available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I would love for you to call me directly on my personal number whenever you're ready to make that move. Also, I do release new videos every week to give you guys a fresh perspective on life in San Antonio. So if you're still not sure if this is the right area for you, make sure and check my other videos out, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I hope you enjoyed this video and have a wonderful day.